Y'all, look at my marigolds. I thought I was going to get just this one plant, like this one flower, but it branched out into two other branches. So these are going to be blooming soon, and I cannot wait. But look at how pretty. Look at how pretty they are. Now, this variety that I have is the Cracker Jack, I believe. It's one of the African varieties, but they grow to be 3 to 4 feet tall. When I planted them, they were growing, but all I saw was the leaves. So I thought I wasn't going to get any blooms and I was going to throw them away. And somebody in the comments let me know that there are tall variety marigolds and that may be the one that I have. So I decided to keep it, and lo and behold, they're blooming and they are looking so beautiful. I have 4 of these plants in my garden, and it's just so beautiful. It's attracting a lot of pollinators, and yeah, it's very beautiful. Hey y'all, I just had to show you my marigolds. I was out here tending to the garden and I just felt led to pick up my camera and share this message. I'm starting to realize, like, for me personally, that gardening is not about just growing food. For me, it's also a spiritual journey of growth, of patience, and trusting God. I mentioned in several of my videos how my gardening journey all began. I never thought I would be here. I never thought I would be into gardening, and I'm addicted. It all started with my stepfather. He has a love for gardening, and I guess he was the one who inspired me to get into gardening. I watched him. I watched how he tended to his plants. I watched the way he spoke about his plants, and that kind of stirred something inside of me to get into it and see if I can grow something. I never knew that I can grow anything. And now that I'm here, it's been several months since I started my journey. I am finding that it's more than just growing food. I find that the garden is like my safe space to talk to God, to reflect, to be present, to meditate on God's word. The more time I spend in the garden, my spiritual journey, my faith, it's becoming deeper, would be the best way to describe it. I'm learning to be more grounded in the present moment, learning to be more grounded in God, and I'm loving it. There are so many lessons that God is teaching me in the garden. One of the lessons is on waiting. When you plant a seed, it doesn't sprout overnight. Neither do God's promises. Parsley seeds that can take sometimes 21 days to germinate. And it's all about patience. You have to be patient. And it's the same thing with God's word. He teaches us to be patient. Patience is something that I struggle with. I've come a long way, don't get me wrong, but it is an area that he is still working on. And if you are someone that is waiting for something, whatever it is, to come to pass, I want you to know that his timing is perfect. So it's easier said than done, right? It's easier said to wait for something, especially if you've been waiting a long time. But that is what we need. We need to be patient. And I believe one of the reasons why he has us waiting is for us to depend on him. We're not going to try to muster up our own strength, our own ability to try to make something happen or to get something. We have no choice but to wait on him. So if you are waiting on something from God, I don't want you to lose hope. I want you to know that he is working the same way. When you're in the garden planting a seed, you don't know what's happening. You don't know if the seed is going to germinate, but guess what? It does, right? It's the same thing with God. He is working, and that blessing that you're waiting on, that healing that you're waiting on, that marriage, that spouse that you're waiting on, he's coming. The healing is coming. The provision is coming. You just have to trust him. That leads me to the second lesson that he's teaching me while I'm in the garden. He is teaching me to trust him. Even when you can't see what's happening under the ground after planting a seed, you don't know what's happening, but you're trusting the process. When you are waiting for something from God and you don't see the miracle yet, you don't see the provision yet, you still have to trust him because he's a good dad. He is your creator and he sees the ending from the beginning and he has a good plan for your life. Isn't it a blessing when you finally see that little cotyledon leaf popping out of the soil? The wait was worth it, right? When you're waiting on something and you're trusting God for it, He's gonna come through and He's just gonna show out. Another lesson that God is teaching me in the garden is on failure and grace. Y'all, some of my plants died. Some of them didn't make it. And in the beginning, I was a little bit hard on myself. I'm like, man, what did I do wrong? Or what could I have done better? But over time, God started teaching me that in life, in gardening, it's okay. It's okay if a seed didn't germinate. Sometimes the conditions are out of your control. That's fine. It's okay. Give yourself that grace. Learn to pivot, to adjust. Maybe you'll have to do something different. It's the same thing in life. When there's failures, you have to learn to give yourself that grace. You can't beat yourself up. Remove that shame. Gather the lessons. I don't see anything as being a failure in life. Anything that you quote unquote failed at, it's a lesson. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just pick yourself back up and learn from it. Learn from your mistakes. I'm also learning about provisions. When I watch a tiny seed, some of them are like smaller than a little beach sand. When I watch a tiny seed turn into food, it reminds me that God truly provides. I was just having that conversation the other day with my friend, especially the cucumber seed or even a watermelon seed. This little watermelon, to think that it's gonna grow into food, it really is amazing. Before I got into my gardening journey, I never thought about the way the food grow. I just go to the store and buy what I need and then that's it. But now that I'm in the process and I'm watching the process unfold and I watch this tiny seed grow into something abundant, wow, God, you are truly amazing. Just to think this tiny cucumber seed to fill up this entire container. I had to extend the trellis because the cucumber plant was just getting so tall and it came from one little tiny seed. At the end of the day, I want you to remember that God does provide. He is my only provider. I don't look at it any other way. I have a job that pays my bills, but He is my only provider. If I need something, He's going to provide it. You got to have that faith that He is going to provide it. The same way you have to have the faith that the seed that you planted is going to provide an abundance of food. It's the same concept. God is going to provide for you because He is the ultimate provider and He is the one that's in control of everything. He's also teaching me about stewardship because I'm out here a lot tending to the garden, even if it's a small space. I don't have a lot of plants. I don't have a big backyard, but I'm out here all the time and I am putting in time to tend to my garden. We're called to tend and to keep. The book of Genesis, when God created the Garden of Eden, Adam's job was to tend and to keep it. So the garden is teaching me responsibility and care. I love being out here. I love being amongst the plants. It's just amazing how God works in everything and He is present everywhere. The Bible verse that I'm meditating on right now and that really, really speaks to me, it comes from Matthew 6:28-30. When I read that verse, I'm like, wow, God, okay. I feel safe knowing that He cares for me. He's caring for me. He's providing and He's here. And I just need to depend on Him. I just need to trust Him. I trust You because if you have such care for the flowers that are burnt in the sun, one minute they're here, the next day they're thrown into the fire, then He cares for you even more. So it's about trusting Him. It's about relying on Him for the provision. It's about stewarding what you have. I just felt the need to share. And I hope I wasn't all over the place. Listen, if you've been thinking about starting a garden, but you feel unsure, you can start with one container. You can start gardening indoors. You don't have to have it all figured out. Just take that step because God does honor every little step that we take. I created a free garden kickstart kit that is filled with easy crops to start with. It has a container size guide, simple watering and fertilizing tips to take out all the guesswork so you don't feel overwhelmed. It's on my website. Go ahead and check it out. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you did, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my previous video and I will see you all in the next one.